Hey everybody, I am back at your request. I have I have many of you, probably like over 20 requests with questions about America today, about what's happening with COVID, about Trump, about everybody life as a whole, and even questions about Black lives and justice and George and peace and will we recover and what's the point of all of this. So I kind of just took the time to meditate and pray, and we're going to look at the energies around a few different things. It's no particular order. I'm just going to kind of go with the flow. I pulled some oracle cards just to see if we can understand or get messages on the state of things at this second. I can tell you one thing that I know truthfully. I have a few people who get readings from me, messages from me on a regular basis concerning the world. This is what they desire, not for themselves, not for life, not for their personal messages, not for their love life, nothing like that. They just, for the past, since February, I have a group of people who has been getting messages just for them to know what's happening in their world, in their timing. I brought that up to say that I've been keeping an eye on it, and each time it's huge shifts or is very, very quiet. And each time there's a new agenda, there's a new thing. The messages have been very, very quick upon the earth. The shifts have been very, very quick. The the purpose, the destiny has been moving quickly. It almost makes me feel like the universe has 5 to 6 to 7 last minute goals or checklists that needs to be completed before the end. I don't know what that end means because endings are usually new beginnings. But it feels like it's about 5, 6, or 7 things that our Creator is doing, taking care of some last minute business before the end, before something new begins. And it's been moving very, very fast. So when people say new normal, it is real. New place, new normal, new world. It is truly, truly real. Okay? This is some big stuff here. All right? So, opportunity. Opportunity. We need to know right now that we are in a state of opportunity. Not emergency, but opportunity. I don't feel the alerts. I don't feel the dangers. I just heard dangers, torns, and snares. I don't feel that. What I feel is opportunity. It kind of feel like all of our names were in a bucket or have been gathered together and thrown up into the air. Opportunities. Who will catch them? And what are your desires? What will you be enticed by? The names are thrown in the air and the opportunities are thrown in the air, and some of us are grabbing opportunities that they may not want to live for the new place or the new world. Hey, just work with me. Just really work with me. Let me get in there because I know some of this stuff don't be making sense to you all. I even sometimes listen to my own videos for the past few years and I laugh. But if I listen longer, it takes me somewhere. I get something out of it. So it's all about opportunity. It's not about restriction. It's about opportunity. I always tell my clients Rejection is protection. So it's not about punishment. It's not about restriction, blockages. It's not about stopping you. It's about giving you more opportunities after going through a healing process, after going to the spa, after retreating, after resting, after the Sabbath, whatever you want to call the stay at home, quarantine, shutdown, restriction, shelter at home, meditation, the stillness. Someone had to, when I mean someone, spiritually, we needed to be held back to seek things inside and outside of us and construct some things, readjust some things for new opportunities. It's almost like I'm going to take the best, the average, the beginners, the advanced. I'm going to take all these groups of people and I'm going to hold them back for a moment so they can see more of life. We have been living too close. We have our nose on the glass for too long. We have been on Zoom in for so long that we needed to be pushed back to look at life in a different way. But when you are on a regular routine, sometimes your routine needs to be changed, intervene, some type of change had to happen so you can see things and reroute things in a different way. However, a lot of people often feel like they don't have power or control. Your power has not been taken from you at all. But you're going to make a different decision after you sit for a while. Every man that goes to prison sometimes finds a new way of thinking. You are to go in, to go out, to grab or receive, take, or be drawn to opportunities. Some of us pick the same. Some of us pick new things. Some of us found a new way of being, a new way of living. Some of us see the world in a totally different way by being able to retreat to see, retreat to refuel, retreat. The retreat calls us to desire or want or pick another opportunity. If you believe, I also got that card here that says, if you believe. And the last card says, trust. It's not about you personally, but it is about us personally deciding on the new life that we want to have. It's a restart. It's a restart. And I just saw a fetus in a womb. Can a man be born again? I just heard that. And I saw a fetus in a womb. Are we looking at 9 months? Who knows? What are we looking at? Are we looking into the 9th month? You know, I'm going to write that down. Most times when I say stuff, it's really real. I'm Capricorn, so many times I am sarcastic and have a lot of sarcasm. But I did hear ninth month. I did see a fetus in a womb. Definitely saw that. That would be Leo and Virgo, right? That would be strength and enlightenment. Maybe that's our moment of cutoff. Maybe that's what we needed, was to be born again, to go inside the womb. I know you can't go back in your mother again. Who wants to do that? But I do know we were able to go back inside of ourselves, wasn't we? So this is all about opportunity if you believe and trust. Trusting where you want to go, trusting where you want to be, trusting that this is done for your enlightenment. This is done for your strength. It's personally supposed to bring out something new and different in you. You get to pick what it is. No one is taking your power and will away, but you actually have an opportunity to metamorph or an opportunity to become another version of yourself by learning another version of yourself, by being held back, by being physically put into time out to see a new thing. So you get a chance to be the other part of you. You get a chance to touch and grab the opportunities that entice you today or that you're drawn to today. And some of these people, I actually can see this group is still looking for the same opportunity. There's a lot of people that's not changing. And what I mean by changing, I'll tell you what I'm looking at right now. When I'm looking at this Oracle card of trust, it's one person sitting in I would say yoga meditation position, and then trust is at the bottom, and then there's another portion of themselves on top of that. Well, at least that's how it looks to me. And another portion, and another portion. There are so many dimensions and layers to you, and there are so many things inside of you if you can only find it. So some people will only stay I just heard singular, 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 singular. Some people will only stay singular, and some will multiply and be able to use different parts of themselves. And that's what you are. And I do mean you. You that's listening to me, you are the type of person that can use the multiple personalities and traits and layers and pieces and gifts and talents inside of you, because you know that it's more than what we see. You know that it's more than in one dimension. You know that there's many, many parts to you. You know that you can camouflage spiritually. You know that you can cover yourself. You know that. And I had to say that personally because many of us have been closed to the powers within us. One thing I know about light and dark, or one thing I know about flesh and spirit, and the spirits upon the earth, I know for sure that we are more supernatural than what we were taught, than what we ever experienced. I know that. I know that we have supernatural superpowers inside of us. I know we are able to make things move. I know we are able to speak to things. I know we have a power within us. So as one power becomes greater, then we have to, too. Yeah, we have to. So some will be tapping or experiencing or allowing this supernatural power to come out of them. That will be you. And you will find yourself to be more powerful than you ever been. Everything must be increased. Light must be increased. Darkness must be increased, and vice versa. And I don't even know why I said vice versa. But there's an enrichment. We're about to use more of our air energy. We're about to use more of our fire, our water, our earth. We're about to use more of our manifestation and belief and faith, whatever you need to call it, whatever term you need to call it, we are about to use more power. We are about to be more of a superhero than we ever been in our life, because it's time. It's time for miracles. It's time for signs and wonders that are plain in sight. It is time for the supernatural things to happen. It's time for the rumors to be exposed. It is time for the unidentified objects to be at eye level. It's time. We're moving into a whole new place and a whole new dimension. I sat on that a pinch too long. My apologies. There may be something that we can get back to, because I do feel this immortal. I don't know how to explain it, but I feel this superhero type feeling, a stage or dimension of life, or a new decade of using more of our brain and more of our intelligence and more of our powers and more. We're doing bigger things now. We're becoming a different people, a different person, a different people upon the earth. So I do want to make that very clear. So this time is all about opportunities. This is a time of opportunity. If you believe it, trust the process of the things that is happening in you as an individual, your tribe, your blood, your people, your family, your children. Trust these things that is happening upon the earth. So the first question that we're going to look into is about COVID. Is it coming to an end? Is COVID coming to an end? That's what you really want to know. We want to experience the end. It's so amazing how you never want to experience a virus. And then when you have to experience a virus, then all you want to do is end it. It's just an amazing thought. It's something that can't be blocked, but we desire it to end. So let's see. Is COVID coming to an end? Which lets me know that even you, whoever you are, who I don't know which one of you it was that asked this, it lets me know that we still got some time to. But we just want an outlook. Is it coming to an end? Is it coming to an end? It's amazing how it kicked off the year like this. It is like plague number one. That's what it feels like. Yeah, we're going to get to a healing process. We're halfway there. We're halfway there. We're going to get to a healing process. We are halfway there. That is for sure. We'll never go back to the way it was before. It looks like we're going to have some stability in it really, really soon. Okay, so let me see what this is about. Yeah, be patient, have temperance. Everything has been learned about this virus already. They already have the intelligence and the understanding of this virus. We're coming to an end, and that end is called stability, which makes me feel like it does not go away. We find out how to stabilize it. Actually, the next question is, are we close to a vaccine? So we can do this together, because I can feel things being stable or stabilized. Some type of stability is coming in that. So we are learning more and more about it, and we have learned about it. It's coming to a healing place. We are halfway there. We almost there. We halfway there. Stay strong. Trust the process. Now let's see about this vaccine. Be patient. Have temperance. Are we close to a vaccine? It's already here. I just heard it. It's here. It's done. We've been hit it. It's nothing new. It's nothing new. We just needed this intelligence and this impulse. We needed this fear We needed this situation to happen to put the focus on the vaccine. Yes, they have it. They've been had it. It's not a secret. It's just that you had to be in a situation to put it together. They wouldn't have put this together without this situation. It also is going. I just saw it curing. It cures. Yeah, 100%. We got it already. It cures. It cures more. This is a this is a blessing in disguise. This is a blessing in disguise right here. See if I can break that down a little bit. COVID is coming to an end. That end is called stability, stable stability. The virus is not going to be killed. It's going to be stabilized. And we are halfway there. Everything has been learned about this virus and now it is understood. And then you wanted to know, are we close to a vaccine? Vaccine is here. It always been here. There is nothing new about the vaccine. But because of the virus and this type of virus, it kind of forced us or the scientists to pay attention to certain type of formulas, I would say, concoction, I don't know, but it calls us to look into vaccines in a certain way. And without the virus, we never would have looked at it in a certain way. However, I feel this twofold. I feel a blessing upon the vaccine, or do I want to use the word blessing? No, I don't want to use the word blessing, but I think that it's a saying that says, kill two birds with one stone, and that don't feel good either. But I was rerouted to not say blessing, to kill, to kill, to kill, to kill two birds with one stone. Usually mean I'm about to get two things done with one effort. And that's what I feel like this vaccine does. This vaccine is also going to cure something else, which is amazing again because I see the fear around the vaccine. I even see a issue and an outpour and a cry and a burden and a hindrance, even in the vaccine, even in stabilizing it. It will be strife just to even stabilize it. That's amazing. You may want to listen. Well, of course you will listen closely when vaccine talk come. And I think you're going to end up finding out that this vaccine not only stabilizes COVID-19, but it also kills something else. Maybe another vaccine. Maybe another virus. It's a secondary thing that it does. It's a two in one. And it's been here. It's been here. This kind of make me feel like it's really making me feel like that something wasn't looked at before the virus started. It feels like something could have been created before the virus started. And maybe that process kept being delayed. Whatever the second thing that it does, whatever this consequence healing that this vaccine does, it was something that I'm going to say that needed to be done a long time ago, but they did not want to do for the people. That's how it feels. It feels like this vaccine was supposed to be created a long time ago to heal something that was very important. It's a very important health condition that it can lessen or stabilize as well or kill. And they didn't put the effort in to do that. But by having no choice today, it feels like it's two things that it covers overall. Be on the outlook for that. Be on the lookout for that. Of course, you may not hear what that thing is in the beginning. Someone will say it. Let me tell you something that I have learned in this experience that's been happening forever. We have egos. And sometimes you will hear people say extra stuff, but just because it's not put as the first news clipping, you still listen to the other things that they say, because you're going to hear that we also found, but that's not going to be the headline. But that's also going to be another healing property in it. There is actually a lot of there's a lot of, what's this feeling I'm trying to get? Chaos. There's another level of chaos with this vaccine. Another level. I see the protesting. I see the murmurs. I see the discord. I see the fighting. I see another mini war, I'll probably say, or issue with the vaccine. As you can see, each level of these things that's been happening this year, it always have some type of backbiting to it, no matter what. So get comfortable with backbiting. We should be comfortable back now, because every level, I just heard new level, new devil. I don't know. Every time something happens, whether it's light or dark, there's going to be some backbiting in each stage of the process. Okay, will COVID continue through the fall? I'm going to absolutely say yes, just for my own self, because it felt like that. But I'm going to pull some cards to find out. You want to know if it will continue through the fall. Will it continue through the fall? Definitely felt a yes on that. Definitely did. Definitely did. Will COVID continue through the fall? Yeah, it'll still be existing. The word will still be out there, but it won't have the same power and strength that it has today. I just heard to see if there was a timeline on the vaccine. What's the timeline on the vaccine? I already got a now for the vaccine. I even got cancer here. When it says now, they already have it. It's already there. It's already done. The clarity is already here about it. I do get cancer here looking at me. Very possible that cancer season can be the kickoff or of more talk about it. But let's see the timeline. What's the timeline on the vaccine? What's the time? I just heard blessing again. I just heard that word. I just don't know how to interpret it in this situation. Somebody is going to be happy about the vaccine. Yeah, somebody. When I say somebody, I'm talking about a group. But there's still going to be some backbiting and some discord about it. What's the timeline? When can we get this vaccine? Yeah, it pretty much is telling us whenever it's released. It's here already. The only timeline I see is cancer. I have the chariot here. That's the only timeline I see. When you want it. When you want to be happy again. When you want to solve the issue. It's already done. It's there. When you want it or when they want it, give it. It's already done. So just be on the lookout of different conversations about it. And I just heard that it's more than one. It's two. It's two. And that's going to be a debate as well. There's two of them. It's going to be a debate about which one to buy, which one to put in the forefront. I just felt like it was two. Or two scientists come up with it. It's going to be an issue with the two. Yeah, so that's something we can look out for too. Will Trump be the next president? Will Trump be the next president? Actually, let me take these cards and put these all back in since we're going into a different area. This is going to be a little, not a little, it's going to be long. It's going to be a long video. Let's get it all out. Will Trump be the next president? Every time I do it, I've been doing this for since he started. Every time I get a yes. Every single time. Every single time I get a yes. Let's see what it looks like today. Will Trump be the next president? Will he be the next president? You know, we dealing with big world issues, and America's really dealing with a lot. It's amazing that for a time such as this, he is in office. Out of all the times that these things could have happened, it could have happened with Reagan. I just saw Reagan. And it couldn't have happened with Barack. And what I mean is the bravery. I just heard it could have happened with Reagan. And then I saw Barack and I saw no. Because it takes a strength to deal with a time like this. Regardless of your views, it takes an aggression. It takes that bold and courageous type spirit. So I don't know why I stopped to say it that, but I had to. Will he be the next president? Will he? Will he be the next president? And I just FYI, I'm not political at all. I'm spiritual, and I don't have a pick. I don't vote. All that good stuff. I know, right? Don't beat me up. It's my will. It's my choice. Just because it's a right and a privilege doesn't mean I have to do it, right? Like, just because we all can get married, I don't want to go around forcing you guys to marry. I bet you wouldn't like that. Like, I gotta get married by 20? No. So, no, I don't, I used to, but lately, I've just been looking at things and participating in different ways. Okay, so let's get it. Trump, will you be the next president? Trump. Donald Trump. Yeah, gotta guess again. Let's see what's on the bottom. We're trapped. Yeah, we're stuck with him. It's not about will he win. It's more about, do we have to keep him? Yes, we have to keep him. There's major changes that happens as we get close to that. He is connected to the season. He is connected to this timing. Although it's a lot of disappointment around it. Actually, I don't see him as happy about being the president again as much as he was in the beginning. This is not fun for him anymore. This is work. This is work now. He transitions into a in-depth, more meaningful, more serious. He's dealing with more of the duties. He's becoming president. How about that? He's becoming in the duty. I feel a becoming happen. He has the power to create as well. It looks like we're stuck with him. If you want to look at it like that, it's not about will he win. We have to keep him. That's my first row. This is what I do when my clients ask me, will I have a baby? Or am I pregnant? Or should I stay in this relationship? I would do it like 3 times because serious questions need more attention. So let's do it again. Will Trump be the next president? Will Trump be the next president? Second row. Yes. I have no options here. There's no other option. There's no other option for the season. This is no disrespect to the other candidate. I love all. But there's no other option because of the things that's happening. But it's going to be a newness to this position. It won't be like before. I don't even see him being excited or an excitement about it. It's another level this time. It's another in-depth level. I got him still connected to the presidency. We can always do it again. What did Trump want for America? What do Trump want for America? Y'all, not y'all. When I say y'all, I'm not talking about those who ask the question. I'm just going to use that for other people who really be wanting to know his purpose and intention. I believe what he said. He truly want to make America great again. But we got to realize who's saying that. We got to realize who's the speaker. Yeah, this is not a pastor saying, I want to make America great again. This is not an artist or a musician saying, I want to make America great again. And this is a businessman. This is a businessman who knows how to get the attention of others, who knows how to act, who knows how to get the attention of anyone. And that's what he did. That's what he do. So it's in his talent, in his gift, in his way of living. He does want to make America great again. I'm not rooting for him. I know that because if you go back in one of my previous videos on him, I think I talk about that. He truly, truly wants to make America great again. Great as far as number one in business and every level that you can be number one. Number one, he wanted to make it a number one business. Number one, numbers. He want our numbers to be number one. That's a true intention of his. If you want to know the truth, that's his true intention. He want every number that we can be judged on or measured on. He want us to be number one. It is so funny because last night, my husband and I, we watched Ricky Bobby. I can't think of the name of it right now. Talladega Nights or something. We watched Ricky Bobby, and it just cracks me up so much when he keeps saying, if you're not first, you're last. And that's this energy I just picked up. He truly, truly want to put America on a graph in every area that you can judge or measure America. He want our numbers to be number one. And you want to go fast. He wants to go fast. That's too funny. Okay. Well, funny by myself. All right. What did Trump want for America? What did Trump want for America? I'm so relaxed today. He wanted us to be great. Now he feels like he's restricted from making it happen. He had his own agenda. He had his own plan. He had his own checklist. And I actually said that about God, our creator, having a checklist too. And he had his checklist on how to make America great again. And all of these things is coming up. And it's taking him off his course of completing his checklist on making us great again. But even more than that, I have this feeling of delay and restrictions because we're not ready to be great again. We're not ready to be great in numbers. We're not ready to be number one in, I don't know. I'll try this. I don't know a lot of political stuff. Number one in safety. Number one in employment. It almost feels like the people, the America is not ready to be number one in these areas. He's trying to make us number one, and I don't know. I just heard. Agriculture. I just heard that. He want to make us number one in farming, number one in business, number one in production. And he can't get the people together to be number one. And as he was trying to make us number one, there are fiery darts and issues arising. It's like okay, here we go. Here's a good explanation. Imagine Sunday morning. I don't know why I said Sunday. Sunday morning, a mother gets her 3 boys and 3 girls completely dressed for Sunday school. And she goes to pin up her hair or do the last finishing touches of her makeup to get back to the living room. And these kids have taken off their shoes, removed their tie, removed the bow tie, taken off their hat, shift their pants, shift their shirts, got it wrinkled. That's how this feel. I had us set up and boxed in to be great, to be number one. And I get there to see if you guys are ready. And you guys have taken your clothes off. Everything is shifted. Once I got completely ready, once I got ready to do the last minute touches of my plan, I come back and now the people are not ready. And now we got a virus and now we got rioting and now we got looting and now we got injustice going on and now we got murders and now we got the economy falling and now we got people who are on the outside not caring about our well-being. And now we got this country and that country doing their sneaky games. And we got all this stuff happening. And I just got everybody dressed and ready for the next level to be great. He's now restricted in making that happen because it makes me feel like, I want to say, because the people have aborted the mission. We abandoned him in the process of making it great. That will be his first term, if I was able to describe it. It saddens him. He doesn't know what to do. The plan is completely at a halt. He's trying to get back to plan number 1, plan number 2. I just saw the wall. For some reason. He trying to get back to the plans. He can't get back to the paper. He can't stay on the paper because he keeps trying to get back to his original checklist. And maybe that's why a lot of times you see him talking off the paper, because he can't get with the program today because he's still trying to finish the first program that he had on his piece of paper. I hope I'm making sense in some kind of way. He's restricted from making that happen. So, what did he want to do with America? He does not know. Because now he got to get everybody dressed again. Now he's got to clean you all. Now he's got to get you back prepared. He got to get you back prepared for the first day of the week. Which kind of felt awkward that I would even say that, because I know that that's one of the first things he did, right? Something with Sunday law. Why does he feel restricted in his agenda now? Because he can't make it happen, because he got to tend to other things. And every time he try to make it happen, something else pop up. It's not balanced. He want to get away from the things that's happening today quickly. Which kind of helps me, because I always wondered if he was not happy, but is he slowing down the process of fixing things? But he wants to deal with these things quickly, and he can't take care of them fast enough. He believes that we have walked away, we changed, we disconnected from the plan. He believes that we are abandoning him and trying to get the mission complete. There's no action here. I don't see him getting back to his agenda right now. No action. Yeah, I don't see him getting back to that first checklist, which makes him sad, which makes him uncomfortable. There's no communication about his first plan because these things have rised up. This tower, there you go. As soon as I talked about it, the tower came out. The tower in reverse. Because these things happen, he can't even get back to the plan. He's unsure what to do. I got him unsure on what to do. That's amazing. So he's winging it right now. Trying to get back to this old plan that he cannot get back to. He can't get back there right now. Can't get back there right now. So this is on the job training right now. It's really like on the job training for him. When will these riots stop? We're almost done. Thank you for your patience. When will these riots stop? When will? I feel like Trump asked this question more than you guys. I really do. I really do. Feel like he asked it more. And don't let my giggles make you think that I'm insensitive. Because I'm not. I'm really, really very sensitive to the matters that's happening. I giggled because I really feel like Trump is shaking his head and wiping his head saying, when will these riots stop? It really feels like he won't know too. And that's the giggle right there. But other than that, no, not at all. Sympathy, empathy is here at all times. So when will these riots stop? So, you know, that's the type of world that we live in now, that I actually have to keep making disclaimers every time I speak. No one told me I had to make these disclaimers. I even found myself doing it in my life. I have a variety of friends and nationalities, and I just love everybody. I just find goodness inside of everyone. I just was birthed to be that kind of person. That's just who I am. But I find myself needing to make disclaimers like that, as if we have to tell people that we're human. It's like that's what I'm be doing a lot of times. I find myself saying that, like, I'm human. Don't forget. It's like we forgetting that. You almost gotta let people know that you got love in your heart. You almost gotta prove to people that you're a caring person, or that there's light inside of you. It's a new place that we're in. Very new. Very, very new. No one asked me to do those things. This is just what I just find myself doing. Maybe that's something I need to stop doing. I don't know. Just a thought. I'm always looking for opportunities to heal. Let's see. When will the riots stop? They're taking on a different meaning now. I just see them branching out into different meanings. It's not the original riot meaning right now. It's branching out, and it's doing it quickly too. It's branching out to other meanings. So to make it stop, you have to deal with multiple branches just to get to the root of it, because it's branching out. It's changing into different things. All right. When will the riots stop? On their own, pretty much. Once they feel the power and strength, once clarity is there, once stability is back, they'll stop on their own. I'm not surprised by that. Once each group, each branch has been tended to, they will fall off one by one. So we got the initial group, the initial intention, and once they are satisfied, it will stop. And then we got more branches that came out of there, because I don't know if you noticed, but it's more going on and what we think. We actually got people fighting in all different areas. We just don't know it. We can't see it yet because we got to wait until we hear about the reportings of which group did this and which group did that. But it started off one way, but now it's branching off in different reasons to riot. So once every branch has been tended to, and I just saw branch like government too. Once every branch has been tended to, it automatically stops itself. So there is justice for many groups. There's many reasons why it's happening now. I see branches popping off the tree as I'm speaking. There's another group now, which is rioting for a different reason, and another group. And I'm not talking color. I'm talking issues. And everybody's fighting for different reasons. And as those things get taken care of or satisfied, or maybe even announced that or acknowledged, but it stops on its own with some type of forgiveness or release. Each group releases it according to what they hear, what they see, what happens, according to the satisfaction that they need in a particular situation. It's so much bigger than what we started from or what it started from. Yeah. Clarity comes, stability comes when an action is taken in their particular fight or particular stance. It actually stops itself. What does that mean? Problems must be solved. It's really, really simple on that. Problems must be solved. It may not be solved the way we desire it to, but remember, even everybody gets tired. Everybody gets tired, and after a while of going to court, going to court, going to court, going to court, what do most people do? They settle because everybody gets tired. Because when you put your energy into something in the beginning, it's one thing. But when you constantly putting your energy into something that's pulling away from your home, your community, your family, your time, your energy, taking a risk on your life, taking a risk on your finances, you get tired when you're fighting. Even if it's a good fight, everybody gets tired. And I don't say that I'm not going to say that you'll quit, but I do see some type of settling. Like, as long as we've been going through it, we're going to take that. That speech is going to satisfy that. That act, that law, that that assistance, paying debt, that debt that's paid will satisfy this. So I hope that kind of makes sense. And I really want you to see that there's so many groups and not just the original. Everybody is getting strength off the original to make a stance for their issue and their thoughts and their beliefs. So it's just, we copycatter sometimes. Will we have martial law? Do we need martial law? That's me on that one. Will we have martial law? Do you need martial law? What kind of people are we? Do we take the opportunity if we believe and we trust? Are we able to manage ourselves? Will we have martial law? Will we have martial law? It's up to the people. I really feel that, of course. It's up to us. And when I say the people, I'm talking about both sides, because remember, even the leaders must say something or do something or perform something or act in something, just as much as those are on the opposite side. Everybody must do some work. So it's up to us when I say that, for real. Do you want to allow this to happen, or do you want to take care of business? That goes for the leaders. So it's up to us if we need it. If we can't come to a decision, what do we need? Will we have martial law? I don't see it happening like that. I don't see that. Not in the way that we always thought martial law will look like. I don't see it looking like that. And for those of you, I won't say doomsdayers or believing that this is it, I know I don't know the day or the hour, but I do know a lot of things that must happen in a certain timeline. And this is not it. This is creating a new world. This is ending one way of living to another way. This is about living in a new era, new place. But no, I don't have martial law in the way that we know it. I don't have it working like that. I do see it needed, being needed. But for some reason, the leaders don't want to do that. They're holding on tightly to that last lifeline or option. Phone a friend. Yeah, I just saw phone a friend. Government is not trying to phone a friend right now. They really don't want to phone a friend. And I know that might be surprising to certain groups of you, but phoning a friend makes us look weak. And this president wants to win. This president wants to look controlled. He wants the views of us to look controlled. Like, we don't need no martial law for us. That would not be a good look. That is not the plan. That is not something that he desires to do. That's why, well, I won't say that's why, but he want to get back to his original plan. He doesn't want to do this. This is not the intention, and this won't make us look great. This will make us look unstable. So this is not one of the lifelines that the government wants to choose right now. Although it's needed, because I have the destiny here saying that it will put things in order quickly, but that's not a lifeline that they want to use. They're holding on tight to that option. They don't want to use that. Will we have it? It's basically saying, do we need it? Yeah, spiritually, we can definitely use it right about now. But I don't see government desiring to use that. They're holding that to be the last option because that makes us look crippled. That makes us look unhinged. How do you do business with martial law? How do you look prosperous? Remember, that's not a part of his plan. It's to look weak. It's to be weak. It's to be broken. It's to, yeah, you get me. Will there be justice for George? 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 Will there be, yeah. I just felt like the justice is already here. In a certain form, of course. Because it opened up many branches. The tree split. George split the tree. He split the tree. He caused the branches to fall. It was a combination leading up to George, too. It wasn't just him himself. It was a combination of pressure. And then George split. Split the tree. Only reason why I'm saying tree, because in the beginning, when I spiritually saw the riots, I saw it starting at one point, then many branches. So he split the tree and caused all of these branches to begin, put these issues on the table, many issues. It caused many issues to be put out there. and it caused many things to be looked at and dealt with. Now certain things have to be dealt with from so many different perspectives, because it's not just that main group doing the riots or the protesting or fighting or fighting for justice right now. It's a lot of people fighting for justice in different ways. So he put all these things on the table. Will there be justice? He kicked off the justice, kicked off the fight for justice. He kicked off not just justice in one area, but many areas. But he is the. Okay, just a sec. Why did I just see George Washington when I saw George? I don't know if that has anything. It's not no, I don't know. There's a connection there. There's a connection. George Washington is connected to what's happening with George today. There's some type of parallel, something spiritually. I can't tell you exactly what it is because I have to focus on it, but I seen something connect. Like George brought the rest of the work of George Washington. Yeah. So, let's go back. Will there be justice for George? George is the kickoff of justice. I just heard the head and not the tail. You know, that's what he brought. The justice of George is making us look at the head of situations and not the tail of situations. That's what he's making us look at. Not all this in-between stuff, not the details, not the bottom, but making us look directly at headship, straight to the top. Because there has been a heaviness and a burden and swords has been in the backs of men for a long time. But they were probably dealt with on a torso type level. But the justice is here because with George, we're looking directly at the head. We're straight to the top this time. Because everything's shut down. We're not going through the processes. We're not doing that. We're going straight to the head. Straight to the head. Straight to the top. Yeah. We're not going through all those channels anymore. We're taking it straight to the head. So that we can become the head and not the tail. We're closing a chapter. There's a chapter that's going to be closed with this. This spiritually is connected to George Washington in some kind of way. Those of you who have spiritual eyes can see once you begin to research. I can't see it right now. But it's coming to an end. This is amazing because the last question says, will racism end? That's the last question. Something is coming to an end. Yeah. There will be justice and there will be an end. This has been a Ten of Swords, a chapter that needed to be closed for so long. And enough is enough now. We went straight to the head to deal with this because of all the other ways that this could have went in a different time zone. Could have been slower, could have been partial, But now, since all those things are cut off, the tail is off, this situation is going head to head, head of state, head to head, because of all those hindrances and burdens upon the people. George is doing this more for one race. This happened. This justice that's going on is more than him. It's more than his color. It's for all the colors. Do you know that as I was speaking, I just saw movement? Don't you know how we do? Give me a second because I'm getting overwhelmed with this spirit that I feel, and it feels amazing. Musical chairs. I just saw musical chairs. People with their titles on their shirt, people in their robe. I just saw musical chairs. And you go around the chairs with the music on. What's the music? The distraction. The distraction. To make you not pay so much attention to the purpose. But those of you take that music and is able to groove to it and still look at the chair at the same time. And when the music stops, everyone sits and one is removed. One does not get a seat. And that's what's happening in the spirit right now in government. Look at the ages of our leaders. We don't have much long. Life is short. Musical chairs is happening now. They're playing musical chairs. You might say, oh, we always have one person leave and one person come. Yeah, but I want you guys to research. I personally don't know. I'm just going off my faith and belief of what I'm hearing. But I know that people are always taken out and one is put in. I know that. But I want you to look at the ages this time. I believe that it feels like a lot of these people, ages is about the same. Why do it feels like a lot of seats and headship is going to be switched out? It really is. There's going to be a lot of open seats this decade. A lot of open seats. 2020 vision. It's going to be a lot of open seats this decade. This decade is actually creating a whole new government because it's going to be a whole new group of people in these seats. It's going to be a variety of colors in these seats. It's going to be a new world. It's going to be a new government. It's going to be diverse. It's going to look like the world. Check the age group of a lot of the leaders. Check that. Check the age group of the leaders. You're going to have 2 and 3 people probably leaving at one time and 2 and 3 people filling the spots. You got the COVID virus affecting lots of the health with people and even causing fear to push them away from their seat. Remember, the music is a distraction. For some, just have musical chairs. These seats is going to be moving around quickly. The government will recreate itself. We got younger people that's going to be in there. The previous generation is passing away. Yeah, it's about to be justice. It's so much bigger than what we think. Yeah, it's about to be justice. There will be justice. Okay, let me get back to George and your question. Will there be justice? I just seen all that in the spirit. Let's see. Will there be justice? When you understand the backdrop, everything just kind of flow in place, doesn't it? You just have to lay down and meditate. Yeah, there's going to be justice for George. Will it be justice for you? George already has justice. I'm laughing because it says he already has it. It's amazing. Peace, serenity, love, balance. Libra's here. No longer needing to be powerful or no longer needing to use the fire. New beginnings. Love, Page of Cups, justice, Libra. Yes, yes, and yes. Will you? Ask the question. Will you? Will you get justice? And will you see it? So, George split the body. George split because of all the other people upon him and all the other issues upon him, all the other cases, everything upon George for this spiritual timing, everything, the Ten of Swords, everything upon George. Split the body. Split the body. During a timing when the body and the tail was weak. Not all the other channels is happening right now. We're going head to head in this situation. And because of going head to head, there will be justice. And will be dealt with from the top. Musical chairs. Seats are moving out. They're not selling seats. They're dying. Spiritually, spiritually dying, physically dying, mentally dying. There's just something about moving your meat, losing your seat. They're not even in a seat right now. Not even in a seat. I got an age bracket that's leaving. I got fear, people with fear not returning. I got seats empty. Will racism end? I'm going to say yes. That's the plan. I think that's the original plan. That is the plan of all of this. No need to separate anymore. Will racism end individually? Never. We would always have poor hate amongst us. We would always have differences. We would always have that. But will racism end as a whole? It's going to end itself. It's not going to have a choice. It's not going to have a choice. It's going to end itself. Because there's not going to be a reason for separation. It's not going to look like the way it used to look. This is a new time, you all. And I hope and pray that we're teaching the youth, because we always say the youth is tomorrow. Listen to me. The youth is tomorrow. They are the tomorrow. They will fill these seats. And they look totally different than the way it used to look. We got a lot of blending. We got a lot of people rising up that you wouldn't expect. It's going to look totally different. I get it. I see it. It ends itself. It ends itself through your life. It ends itself. That's how I felt. I'm sticking to it. That's how I feel. Yeah. It ends itself. There's a time for everything. Opportunity, if you believe and trust. All right. I know there is some areas that I would like to come back to. and just spend separate time on. So I will be taking some notes on that. If there are some areas you want me to dig into more, then let me know. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye bye.